Hey guys, what's going on? It's MassiveJoes Weekly.
Another delicious intro to MassiveJoes Weekly WORD, episode 73, Neve.
73 is one of my favourite
Wait till you see that replay on replay, that intro on replay. It wasn't the usual. You couldn't see me because I was behind you, but the viewers at home know that was not the usual intro.
Okay, because you've got a mirror right there. What was I going to say? 73 is one of my favourite numbers.
Is it really?
No, because I'm like, you know how like if you pick like your lotto winners or that kind of stuff.
I've never played the lotto, but yeah.
Well, like, you know what I'm saying.
Continue.
If you pick 5 numbers, I'm a big fan of
Tell
like
me more.
numbers like 7s and 3s and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
so I'm a big fan of like.
So 37's one of your top numbers?
37.
Yeah, 773.
73.
Yeah.
Like 27 and 23.
There you go.
47.
Yeah.
Like those kind of 70. Not so much 47. Maybe.
You are actually a weird Topics of discussion, Neve.
Back in stock.
Yep.
New products coming soon. Monthly specials. GAINZ tour vlog. AskNeve.
Well, new products is not actually a topic because there's none this week. So.
Comps. Is that camps or?
Start again. Topics of discussion, Neve.
Back in stock.
Yes.
Coming soon.
Yes.
Monthly specials.
Yeah.
GAINZ tour.
Yeah.
We're having some kind of camp.
Yeah.
And
Comps. Maybe.
AskNeve.
You can't read to do his handwriting. Anyway, before we get into the first topic of discussion,
Who the got on the kid, mate?
it's definitely time to go see Rob.
Robbie was meant to come here Monday. Where was he?
He was supposed to come here Monday. I was waiting patiently for Robbie to bring his chop shop in all mobile and shit. Neck minute, my hair is out of control. Look at this shit. I was almost going to wear a hat for Weekly WORD today. Look at the side profile. Look at that. That is Anyway, first topic of discussion, Neve.
It's too long on the side, mate.
Yeah, I know, it's horrible.
My pubes are shorter than that.
You put a poob in a Big Mac? Come on, first topic.
Poo on the green shit.
No, I don't want to know what you do with your poobs, mate. No, you're not going to get a zoom and focus action on that. No way. It's too small, mate. Not going to happen.
All right. Back in stock.
Yep.
So all the 5% products, all day you may.
Yep.
Kill it.
Yep. All 4 flavours.
Creatine.
All 3 flavours.
Liver and organ detoxifier.
All 0 flavours.
Defender.
The capsule form. All back in stock, man. All 5% back in stock.
RC100 back in stock in all flavours and sizes. And I didn't think it was actually out of stock, but
I
apparently
think
it
a
was.
couple of flavours were, like in the small tubs and shit.
Well, the fudge,
anyway, it's all
maybe
back.
the fudge brownie might have gone out.
We don't
fudge
usually
brownie's
run out of
delicious.
stock of ISO 100. We're usually all over that shit.
I know, I buy it big.
Yeah.
Defcon back in stock in all 4 flavours.
4. All 4. And the new Tiger's Blood flavour dropping sometime soon.
Oh, really?
I don't know what the that's supposed to taste like.
Anabolic Triad.
Yep.
Back
That's
in
out
stock.
for a couple of weeks. I haven't even done the follow-up raw review on that yet.
Pro-Subs
People have
Crash.
been loving that shit.
I was out for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, back in both flavours, the blue raspberry and the fruit punch.
Now Nitroflex back in stock in all flavours.
Boom.
Plus there's
That's been out for a long time.
Plus there's this new flavour.
Out of stock for a long time.
New flavour pineapple.
Yeah.
So back in a
For
new
the
flavour
pushy
as well.
cats.
So
That like their
it's,
stupid high stims. How much caffeine per scoop in that shit? It's like 350 or something.
It's about 300, I reckon.
Nah, it's definitely over 300. I took a scoop one to go to sleep.
No, I don't know.
Definitely over 300. I reckon
get-
it's probably 400.
I wouldn't have given this to the pushy cats.
Anyway, move on.
It's a test booster.
Move on. It's not a test booster.
It's got something in there to boost
It's
test.
not. In the US it is. In Australia it's a completely different product.
No.
Does my head in.
No, I reckon it's
I
good.
mentioned that in the raw review. Keen viewers of
No.
the MassiveJoes YouTube channel would know.
I think there might be D-balls.
Did you even watch the raw review, mate?
You left D-balls off the nutritional panel, Gat. Hema VO2 back in stock in all new flavours. A new lemon drop flavour.
Yeah, that one's been out for a long time as well.
So 3 flavours back also in lemon drop.
Yeah.
It's been out of stock for almost 4 weeks, I reckon. No,
Yeah.
for longer than that, 5 weeks.
Yeah,
Because we hit that sup wars between Hema VO2 and Core Pump.
yeah.
We
And
hit
Hema
that.
VO2 won.
It did.
And that was before Doug Miller came to visit you on the GAINZ
Doug
tour.
was not happy.
He was not happy. He was gonna break you.
Douglas was not happy. He'd put me in here and just my head would pop off.
Next topic of discussion, Neve.
Coming soon.
Go.
Creation HMB Pure.
Oh, I'm
joining the Alka Pure and also the HCl Pure and also the Dextro Pure.
Yeah.
HMB Pure.
I'm happy to see HMB come back in a big way. I used to supplement with HMB when I was younger. Like that was like my creatine and HMB were my go-to sup.
So right, do you remember?
And then it just disappeared off the market, and now it's coming back in.
Remember
a big
the
way,
original?
And I'm excited.
The original Musashi creatine recovery stack.
Yeah. Had HMB in it. And I think the reason why it kind of disappeared is because it tastes like dirty socks.
Yeah.
Like HMB is a horrible supplement to taste-wise, but the effects are great. It's a metabolite of leucine for those viewers at home who are not aware.
Apex Male.
Yep. Also coming back. New improved flavors, I've been told. Or flavor.
Creactor? What's that?
That's from Muscle Tech. It's no. It's actually quite interesting. It's free acid creatine and creatine hydrochloride.
Will increase your bench by 600%.
No, Muscle Tech don't do that shit no more.
Phenomass.
Yeah, from Pro Sups. That's the test booster from Pro Sups with a couple of different fenugreek extracts in that bitch.
Evogen Isoject.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I've heard good things about that. Haven't tried it yet, but that's their isolate.
OptiDream.
Comes in some real good flavors
Platinum Labs
too.
OptiDream.
Yeah, now I'm not 100% sure if that's supposed to be like a sleep supplement or a nighttime fat burning supplement.
It's a sleep supplement.
Or is it a bit of both?
It's a bit of both.
That's what it's about.
It's definitely a sleep formula.
You've used it, haven't you?
Yeah, it's definitely a sleep
What did you
formula.
think?
I loved it.
I haven't used it yet. I'm excited.
And delicious.
I love
Tastes
myself. You
delicious.
guys know how much I love anesthetized.
De Novo
that shit.
Nutrition.
Yeah.
Utopian.
Yeah, we've hit a hurdle with some pricing with them, to be honest.
I really don't know why it's still on there.
Well, because we're still working on it. We're working through it. We're trying to hook something up with our brothers. But with the problem is at the moment is the Australian dollar is and you guys would see it because it's all over the place. It's
Well, it's going to get down to below 60 cents.
and it keeps dropping and dropping and dropping, which means we need support from companies that we team up with in the US, or else pre-workouts would be $100 in no time.
Yeah.
And ain't nobody got time for that.
It's
Yeah.
Core MRP.
Yep.
And
on the way.
Core Hard Ultra.
And on the way.
In powder form.
And Core Hard Ultra is going to blow your mind.
All right. Monthly specials.
No. You need to just check yourself before you wreck yourself. Core Hard Ultra, just to give a bit of insight to the viewers at home, anti-estrogen plus cortisol reducing supplement. Unbelievable.
Well,
next topic of discussion, Neve.
Monthly specials.
Yeah, Dillip, pop them up on screen right now, man. Go through some of the monthlies. We got some, mate. The superb September specials, Neve Bosch.
Yep.
The best specials we have seen thus far. You know how many specials we rock in this month, man?
12.
12. You know how many specials we usually rock?
5.
Usually like 6 to 8. This month we're rocking 12 of them bitches. Which one's your favorite? If you had to pick one of your favorite specials, which one would you pick as your favorite?
BioGrow 30% off.
Ah, I was gonna say the same thing. That's one of my favorites. The Crush It Stack from Core with the Core ABC and the Core Fury. What about the free orange shirts, baby?
The shorts are delicious. I got a pair to use for leg day.
That legit. The Pro Subs DMPX, buy one, get one half price. The free, what about the Muscle Farm with the Arnold Iron Mass? Buy 2 tubs of Iron Mass, save 20%, plus get an iron pump. This shit is on a different level. 25% off the Muscle Meds proteins.
You know, like, Joe loves doing these specials.
I love them because I'm a consumer at heart. And I love passing on stupid deals to consumers, man.
The customers love the specials.
Yeah.
I hate them.
Why?
I hate them.
I can tell you're not really that pumped up about it.
Because I'm the one
I'm excited.
Because I'm the one that has to send them out and think of the shipping structure.
Oh, that's a good point.
Because I want to show you this. This one here, where you get the free pump.
Yeah.
So the two tubs of Iron Mass.
Yeah.
Just fit in.
Yeah.
But then, if you spend over $159.95, you get a free blender bottle.
Yeah.
Plus, you get the free pump.
And you see me right now? You see how I don't give a single
Sorry, I have to send it in.
We're the people's company, bitch!
So I have to send it in.
Figure it out!
So I have to send it in 2 saturas, not 1.
Figure it out!
Double the work for
And
me.
people need their superb September specials.
They
man.
do. And then, when you do your own way, we enjoy doing them, but it's annoying sending them
Yeah,
out.
but they're great specials.
They are.
So
Alright.
make the most of them. Next topic of discussion, Neve.
GAINZ Tour vlog.
Yep, GAINZ Tour vlog going up. We're up to episode number 5. There's 6 episodes in total. Go check them out if you haven't already, man. They're blowing up.
Yep.
People loving them. Great insight into the GAINZ tour vlog. Next topic of discussion, Neve. I'm gonna pop a link in the description box below as well, so you can go straight to the website and check out all the episodes of the GAINZ tour vlog. When you're looking for something to do on the weekend when you're bored as
camps. We're doing MassiveJoes Muscle Camp.
What are you talking about?
Is that what Dill's writing?
It says comps, you dick.
All right.
What is the MassiveJoes Muscle Camp?
Oh, I'm making it up.
Neve's new initiative, MassiveJoes Muscle Camps all over the world.
All right, so what's that we've got? So we've got comps. So every Friday, we give the Friday giveaway. So on Instagram and Facebook,
we're doing Google Plus. It's across all social media platforms, man. Yeah, you go to comps.massivejoes.com to enter every Friday, and you can win some cool shit, man. And people, we've been getting like entries from everywhere. Yeah, and obviously it's not America; it's Australian residents only. Well, at the moment, with the supplements, it's Australia only. But we're going to do some TMJ apparel giveaways that are going to be worldwide. Yeah. So make sure you hop on comps, bookmark that shit. Comps.massivejoes.com. Check in every Friday. Put your entries in. You can win some epic. And the thing is, legit people, and it's not just MassiveJoes do these comps, no one ever wins. Go look at the results page and you'll see the people that are winning. Well, you can see the results for every single comp. Yeah. And the thing is, when we used to do comps on like Facebook and Instagram, you could never see who won. So we built this web app, comps.massivejoes.com, and you can see exactly who wins every single week. It's amazing. People used to hit me up for 3 weeks. Who won this week? Who won that week? And it's like, mate. Then you tell them and they'd be like, no, I don't believe you. You never gave any, go yourself. Give that shit away. Yeah. Next topic of discussion, Neve. AskNeve. All right, let's go. We're continuing from last week, and then we're going to continue with some questions, some fresh questions from First off, I want to give a sorry to Barney, our mate Barnard. Yeah. He actually asked a question last week. We said he didn't, but you left. Yeah. Or Dill left. Dill left it. The sheet of paper in the printer. Yeah. The last page that had Barney's question on it. Fit for Life wants to know, hey guys, I get a weird popping sensation in my rotator cuff when doing side lateral raises. Some of them bitches. Nothing painful, just a weird feeling. Should I back down the weight or just push through? Thanks from Toronto, Canada. I mean, if it's just a weird popping and it's not causing any sort of like any side effect with this one, then you might just keep doing it. But the thing is, like Joe when he walked, like his ankles click, and it clicks when you squat and it clicks when you do a few leg things, but you still do it anyway. Yeah, so if it's not causing you any pain, I wouldn't be too concerned about it. But if it starts to become painful, go get that shit checked out. Adam Dollar wants to know, if I'm not looking to compete in any sort of competition, but I just want to look good, do I have to follow the strict diet Joe went through in the People's Cut, or is it just a matter of eating clean and training hard? I mean, when Joe did the People's Cut, I mean, he got down to 4%. Yeah. Nobody's going to make it's not maintainable, number one. Yeah. And if you're not getting on stage, it's probably not necessary to be walking around at 4% body fat, and it's probably not healthy to be walking around at 40%. I would actually advise against it because it's not good for your health. Yeah. It's not good for hormone production. It's not good for your mental state. It's not good for a whole lot of things. So if you just want to look good, just eat clean and train hard. Yeah. That's it. I mean, follow what Joe did to a degree. Well, the principles are exactly the same. Exactly the same. You just don't take it to the level of competing. Where Joe got to probably 8 weeks out or whatever, where he's 10% body fat, I mean, that's probably where you have to stop. Sleaze wants to know, what's up, Neve? Have you tried ATP Science Subcut? If so, what do you think about it? Thanks to Stay Massive from LA. Yeah, I'm a massive fan. I use Subcut pre-workout with Prototype 8. What is Subcut? So it's a transdermal fat burning cream. So you rub it in. I've been using it on my lower back and my how does it work? I'm actually asking for my own knowledge because I'm not really familiar with it. So I mean, ATP is your gig, right? I mean, I'm not up to date with the full. You should be. You're an ATP sponsored athlete. Pretty much what it does is it gets down to sort of your deep, stubborn body fat. Yeah. Heats it up, gets it moving, gets that fat moving, which normally is very hard to target. I'm not convinced. Not convinced? No, I'm convinced. What do you mean gets the fat moving? Does it increase blood flow to that area? Yeah, how do you get the fat moving? I don't know. Same as like getting your... You need to get on the phone to your mates at ATP and get a fucking scientific explanation. Same with your acetyl-L-carnitine, which uses your fat stores for energy. Yeah, it doesn't get fat moving though. Well, it does. It moves it to the mitochondria. Well, that's true, but it doesn't move fat deposits around.
Well, I think it works.
Anyway, I think you need to come back and address that. I would like to see actually a Neve series of raw reviews for the complete ATP range. What do you guys think?
We can do, but the thing is I, even though I'm not up on technical data, I've been using it, and
the results been good?
Well, I gave you my pinch fat the other day.
It's true.
My pinch test has dropped down, and my lower back is normally where I store my fat. And the fat, and that's all it's obviously with diet and stuff, but I've noticed a massive difference between that and using Block E3.
Travel with Andy wants to know, what is the best way to make a natural mass gainer, still including a protein powder?
Well, just add calories in there, man. Add banana in there, add natural peanut butter in there.
Get your protein from a protein powder like MTS Whey, and then just add carbohydrate and fat sources into it.
I had stuff like oats, I had stuff like banana, peanut butter, frozen blueberries.
And blend that shit together. And drink that shit. Daniel Bellamy wants to know, what are your thoughts on Dre's new album, Compton?
We listen to it every day.
I love it.
We saw Straight Outta Compton, and it's honestly probably the best movie. It's
amazing.
It's probably the best movie I've ever seen.
I wouldn't say ever seen.
No, it is.
Recently.
Not for me.
Probably in the last 10 years.
It's something I'd watch every day.
It's amazing.
I'd watch it every day.
And Dre's new album. I still can't decide which song I like the best. Genocide is awesome. The one with Eminem is awesome.
It's not the best.
The one with Ice Cube. Oh man,
it's not the best album ever though. Not enough Dre.
There is actually a fair bit of Dre. You made that comment, but if you listen to it, there's actually a fair bit of Dre in there.
I want all Dre.
It's very similar to Chronic 2001. Like Dre is in most songs, but he does feature a lot of different artists.
I want it all Dre.
But the album is amazing.
If I buy a Dre album, I want all Dre.
But you never get he's done 3 albums and there's been like 50% Dre in all of them.
Exactly, more Dre. I still have to buy 3 albums to get 1 album of Dre, do I?
Just another channel bro.
If I wanted to listen to Eminem, I'd go listen to Slim Shady LP again. I wouldn't go listen to Dre's new album.
What's up, fellas? I lately have been getting sweaty hands every time I roll up to the gym. It's only been happening for the last couple of months, but it's been making training harder so my hands don't slip out and I have 100 kilos slammed on my chest. Any tips or advice to stop this? P.S. I am a certified subscribed viewer. Thanks, Zach. We know, man. We see your questions every week.
I mean,
you are a certified question asker too.
It depends on. I mean, are you taking anything? I've got no clue, mate. Is it like, are you using anything differently? Are you
just use chalk?
Yeah, but there's obviously a reason. It's only just started happening in the last. It's only been happening for the last couple of months. So has anything changed? Have you used a new pre-workout? Are you using something that's making you sweat?
Have you been using any special supplements? That might affect your hormones?
Are you getting a little bit nervous when you're up at the gym? Are you getting a little bit nauseous?
Is there a pussycat in the gym that you get a bit nervous to see when you roll up? You know what I'm saying? We've all been there, haven't we? Even King wants to know, hey guys, what is your opinion on Olympic weightlifting shoes for workouts? I've noticed you're in the gym videos, namely the Deck of Death, you guys don't use them for squats, and you were squatting in Jordans. Aren't there better shoes to lift in? Not hating, just wondering why. I always train in J's.
Me and Scott were talking about each other. I cannot train legs in Jordans.
You don't like the heel?
I don't like them. I like training in flat sole feet when I train legs. So I'll train in my Connies, or I'll train in CrossFit Reebok Nanos.
Yeah. Because
they're flat.
Yeah.
With a very slight heel on them.
Yeah.
So I like training them. Also with Jordans, because of the way I wear my Jordans and you wear your Jordans, is they slip off my feet too much.
Yeah.
Because I don't lace them up and real tight. So
I don't train in the same shoes that I rock casually. Like I have a pair of training J's, which at the moment are my D Wades, and then I've got my during the day J's, which are all different types of retro J's. But I would never train in a pair of retros because they're not made for training.
Exactly, but that's all I wear is retros.
Maybe you need a pair of like training J's.
No, I'll just wear.
I reckon, you know what we should do? Team J in the USA. First couple of days when we're in LA, we should go to Foot Locker down at Santa Monica and roll up in that bitch and buy some new training J's.
Yeah.
And put it on the vlog.
So you're paying.
Yeah.
So that's the thing.
Expensive.
I like that. But in terms of weightlifting shoes, I mean, unless you're doing actually weightlifting or powerlifting, I think that they're probably a waste of money.
PJ Jance Van Buren wants to know, I have a question more focused to Joe. Nice. I train cars 4 to 5 times a week. Too many. Too much. 4 to 5 times a week. Too much. Do I need to even continue with the question?
No.
Or do I just need to say when the your car's supposed to be repairing, rebuilding that muscle if you're training them every day?
Lee Priest does it though.
Bitch, please. All right, I'll continue for benefit of the doubt. and I go ham, 90 kilo calf raises, and I don't have a max set and rep range. I estimate 200 to 250 reps. I think he's... I'll keep reading. But I hardly ever get DOMs from this. Is there a reason I don't get DOMs even though I'm wrecked and can hardly walk after I train at this intensity? Thanks and stay massive. P.S. I have made crazy gains training like this. I'm sure you've made crazy gains training like that because it's probably a different way of training that your body is not used to. You're not going to go into the chest and do one exercise and do 250 reps of bench press and say that's the end of my chest workout. So that difference in stimulation is probably why you've been getting crazy gains, but it is going to drop off at some point because you're not training for hypertrophy right now, brother. 250 reps is not hypertrophy. You're training for endurance. You're stimulating different types of muscle fibers. So you may be getting gains now, but them gains are about to stop real fast.
You just hit cars once a week like you hit every other muscle group.
Train them like every other muscle group and you get DOMs like you do every other muscle group. Kevin John wants to know, sup guys, I only take my pre-workout once a week. Will I still have to cycle it? I'm using 2 scoops of Volt with 320 milligrams of caffeine for my Friday night workout where I go ham.
Well, the reason that you cycle pre-workouts is because you get, what's the word, immune? Yeah.
You build up a tolerance to stimulants.
Whatever it is.
Like caffeine.
Yeah, so I mean, the thing is, if you're using once a week, you're probably not going to be building up that tolerance.
I wouldn't, no, I'd say no.
I mean, there's no need to cycle it. It's if you're using that 320 milligrams of caffeine every single day, and then, then after 4 weeks, you having to use 1.5 scoops, you having to use 2 scoops, and you having to use 650 milligrams of caffeine to even notice anything, that's when you need to cycle off it.
That's it.
But if you're using 320 milligrams of caffeine once a week and getting the same effects as you are each single time, then yeah, there's no need to cycle it.
Nam LOL wants to know, how often do you guys get haircuts?
I get it every 3 weeks.
Yeah, I'm about the same. If Dillip gets it every week.
Yeah,
if I had the luxury of Dillip, I'd get it every week as well. I just don't have time to get my hair cut every week. Mendoza Flex wants to know, hey guys, was just wondering what your take on SARMs is.
They're illegal in Australia. Why
it seems to, no, because a lot of people are wondering. It seems to be the next best thing since pro hormones got banned. Do you think they are a bunch of BS or do you think they actually work? Maybe you guys could write an article about it on your site if you're not too busy. Thanks guys, stay massive.
SARMs are illegal, man.
Yeah, but what are your thoughts on them?
I've never used them, I don't know.
But do you have any thoughts on them?
No.
I don't really have many thoughts on SARMs. I'm not clued up enough on SARMs.
I'm not going to go on YouTube and talk about it and what I think about SARMs.
Well, why not?
Because
ask the question.
Because
there's a lot of people out there who are wondering, Neve.
They're illegal, don't use them.
Okay, done. Ikeris10 wants to know, have you had any serious or major injuries that have kept you out of the gym? And if so, how long were you injured?
Nah.
Not since I've been bodybuilding. When I used to play basketball, I developed stress fractures in my lower back that completely me. But since I've been bodybuilding, nah, I've been staying healthy. And the reason why is because we warm up, we supplement properly, we stretch, we do all the sorts of prehab things that prevent us from getting injured, right? And we train smart. We don't go into the gym without warming up and bench 200 kilos.
Yeah.
Or try and bench 200 kilos.
If you take care, if you do your stretching, do your rehab work, do your prehab work, all that kind of shit, then you're not really going to get, I don't think you're really going to get injured. If you warm up effectively.
Dean Default Fitness wants to know, what are your favorite exercises for quad glute day and do you do shrugs on back or delt day? Thanks and stay massive from Arizona. That's where our brother Mike Rashid lives.
Yeah.
AZ. Favorite exercise for quad glute day? Squats.
I'm really liking the reverse V squat at the moment for quads.
Yep.
Glutes.
Do you do shrugs on back or delt day?
To be honest, I haven't been doing shrugs lately, but lately when I do them, it's either one or the other.
I do them on both.
Because
I do them on trap and delt day. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them traps.
When I hit,
look at them. See them bitches? Look.
If you're deadlifting 5, 6, 7 plates on deadlift or rack pulls, trust me, your traps are getting a good workout anyway.
I train on both days because I have no traps. Well, didn't have traps. I got traps now because I've been training them like a boss.
Yeah.
Josh Gray wants to know, I'm doing a show in 2 weeks and on my high carb days, I like to eat Ben & Jerry's because it fits my macros, but I saw there is saturated, is this a f***ing legit question or is this a troll? I saw there's saturated fats in it and I was wondering if it was a saturated fat like coconut oil, that doesn't really count as a saturated fat. That's got to be a troll, right?
It's got to be a troll.
It's a troll. I'm not even answering that one. Be rad.
If you really
no, don't even. No, I've seen Josh's questions before, and I'm pretty sure it's a troll. No one in their right mind 2 weeks out would be eating Ben and Jerry's, right? Well, some if it fits your macros, probably would.
They probably would.
And they probably look like shit on stage. Be rad. Hey guys, looking forward to TMJ in the USA vlog style. So are we, man. So are we. As neither of you guys are prepping for a show or anything, do you think you will be a little looser with the food while over there, while still keeping it bro for the most part? Hashtag chicken and waffles.
One of us may be prepping for a show. So.
Big dog.
No.
Stepping on stage in those panties, are we?
I'm definitely not. One of us may be prepping for a show.
Let's say hypothetically that both of us weren't prepping for a show, be rad. The fact of the matter is, man, is we eat bro all the time, whether we're prepping for a show or not. You have one cheat meal a week.
Yeah.
I'll have one cheat meal when I feel like it, which is usually every 2 to 3 weeks. That's how we roll. That's how we eat all the time. So regardless of whether we are or aren't prepping for a show, we're not going to be looser with food because that's just not the lifestyle we live. Lewis Hughes wants to know, amongst all the massive deads, dates with the missus and Miley, I've seen a bunch of sauerkraut in your meals. Is this some kind of untold fountain of gains? I only ask because who would eat that shit for fun? What's the scoop? That's it. There's not too many questions in there. What's up with sauerkraut?
Just for your gut health.
You think it works?
I do.
Yeah?
Well, yeah, it does, because I was having a lot of digestion issues.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've had no digestion issues in the last, since I've been doing it, 8 weeks really.
Yeah.
And I've been using sauerkraut and coconut kefir, and and also digestive enzymes with my meals. My gut health is it's great, not having to go to the toilet after every single meal, or just actually keeping my food.
I think about the gains.
Yeah, exactly.
Now your digestive system's on point, you can make all kinds of gains.
So yeah, I have sauerkraut with 4 of my meals, only 20 grams. I mean, I don't mind the taste of it. I like it.
Matthew Sabarin wants to know, what do you guys believe is the best cardio? Slow, steady, so LISS, HIIT, cardio acceleration, treadmill, or Stairmaster? The best type of cardio, Matthew, is the type of cardio you enjoy doing the most.
If you notice, I
hate doing the cardio you're doing, you ain't gonna do it. And in that case, there's no point.
I started in summer because I do not like cardio.
Yeah. So the best type of cardio for Neve is no cardio at all.
Yeah, but if it is, it's just slow, steady state walking.
Yeah, low intensity, steady state. If you like HIIT, do HIIT. If you like LISS, do LISS. If you like cardio acceleration, do that. Do whatever the you need to do to get your cardio done. Elvis Infante wants to know, sup guys, I was wondering if it matters when you eat your foods when dieting. I consume about 1,600 calories a day and only eat 3 to 4 times a day, and it seems I have hit a plateau.
I mean, I've seen a lot of studies done lately.
Yeah.
About the effect.
So he's talking about meal timing, right?
I mean, yeah, it's not going to matter.
Dieting.
It's not going to matter how many times you eat a day. It's going to matter sort of when you time your meals.
Yeah.
I mean, it's about timing. Depending on your physique goals or your body composition goals, timing your carbohydrates around your workouts for use of glycogen.
Yeah. But he's dieting, right? So the basic laws of thermodynamics mean it doesn't matter when you eat, it doesn't matter how often you eat, it doesn't matter where you get your calories from. If you're expending more calories than you intake, you will lose weight.
Yeah.
So if your primary goal is losing weight, basic thermodynamics means none of it doesn't make difference to anything. Consume less calories than you burn and you will lose weight. That's it. If you've hit a plateau, you either need to decrease your calorie intake or increase your calorie output. That's it.
If you're only eating 1,600 calories as well, I mean, it's not a very many calories.
For a guy, that's really low. You really don't have much anywhere else to go.
If you're a guy, that is.
All right.
I mean,
Nathan Sale wants to know, hey guys, I'm currently taking ATP's T432 Plus. Should I be taking a fat burner like OptiBurn or Drop Factor, or should I just be taking Alka Pure and CLA? That's a good one for you, Mr. ATP.
Well, the T432 Plus, I have one with each meal.
Yeah.
That being said, I mean, you are getting your caffeine from that. So you have to remember that each capsule has 37.5 milligrams of caffeine.
Yeah.
So I'm having one of those with each meal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got your cinnamon in there for your insulin resistance.
Yeah.
It's
not really a fat burner.
It's not, which is what I'm saying. It's not a fat burner. Me and JB had this conversation the other day as well. And he said he wouldn't be taking a fat burner with it. I mean, I still do take my fat burner with it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, because that amount of caffeine, I mean, doesn't affect me. 37.5 milligrams of caffeine doesn't affect me.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, it is a completely different product, completely different effects than what OptiBurn is. It's not a pre-cardio fat burner.
Yeah. It's not a fat burner at all.
It's not going to be. It's not. You know, I take it. And I notice no energy. I notice no energy increase.
Tony Humphreys wants to know, Mr. Neve, is there any benefit to putting casein protein in a post-workout shake? For example, putting 20 grams of casein and 40 grams of hydrolyzed whey. Are there any benefits in doing this? If so, what are they?
I mean, I know a lot of people do it.
It's called staggered release.
Yeah, and I know
protein.
a lot of, and isn't it? Doesn't Jim Spani say a lot about casein?
Jim Stepani will say anything that Jim Stepani needs to say to sell his supplements right now.
Let's be honest. I'm just trying to think of who does say the casein in their post-workout.
That's a Jim Stepani thing. Yeah. Because in his protein powder, he uses a blend of whey and casein.
The thing is post-workout, the reason you're having a post-workout whey protein isolate is to get it is the speed of it. It's the speed of the absorption.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only reason you're doing it. If you weren't, you'd just go home and you'd have your chicken.
Well, I'm going to take it one further. I think, Tony, it depends on what your post-workout nutrition looks like. For Nevos and I, we'll finish training, we'll go to the water fountain, have our shake ready to go, smash that down and get that protein, and then we'll go home and eat a whole food meal. Right?
I eat two whole food meals.
Well, you're two, so I'll do one. So we actually want the fastest digesting protein we can get, because then we go and eat like half an hour later. It makes no sense for us to have staggered release. So for us, it makes more sense to have just 100% hydrolyzed, because it's going to digest faster than any other type of protein. If after your workout, you either don't eat or you're not going to eat for like 3 or 4 hours, then yeah, it does make sense to do a protein blend post-workout. Get the hydrolyzed in there to start the recovery process, and then have some casein to tie you over, keep your protein intake high until your next meal. So it really depends on your personal situation. Where are we up to now? Dev Bagani!
That's what I'm saying though, is if you can eat a meal though, have a meal rather than putting casein in.
Yeah, the ideal situation is the ideal situation is hydrolyzed whey plus dextrose plus creatine plus BioGrow post-workout immediately, and then go and eat a whole food meal. Yeah. That's the ideal situation for making gains. Dev Bagani wants to know, hey fellas, hope all's good in TMJ's world. When doing bicep curls, I get this blinding pain in my forearms after every set, just as I'm setting the barbell down. I've been training through it, but just wondering if you guys had any thoughts or advice on this issue.
It's just due to forearm tightness.
That's forearm tendonitis. And I've had that many times, and it's horrible, and you need to stop doing whatever aggravates it. That's the only way.
But I find that when I get a lot of pain as well, it's because of a lot of tightness. Tightness through my bicep.
Yeah, but this is different. I've experienced this exact. What Dev's saying here is he's saying he can do the set, and then as soon as he goes from contracted to release position, when he lets go of the barbell or the dumbbell, he gets the pain through the forearms. That is forearm tendonitis.
Well, I get pain.
That's not tightness in your forearm.
I get pain like for the other night when I was doing chin-ups. I got pain through my forearm.
Yeah, when you were doing chin-ups, not when you let go of the chin-up bar. There's a difference.
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about, forearm tightness. What Dev's describing is forearm tendonitis. You just need to just do nothing that aggravates it, man, and it'll take care of itself. It always does. But just stay away. I would imagine, from my personal experience, that the easy bar is causing you the most pain when you release that bitch. That's what did it for me.
What about hammer curls?
No, hammer curls were fine with my forearm tendonitis.
So find exercises that don't hurt.
Yeah, and do those. David Nicoli wants to know, when using BioGrow, would using BioGrow give the same or similar effects as using colostrum pills from a chemist? Or is BioGrow better by miles?
BioGrow is the bioactive peptides from colostrum.
Yes.
So it's not just colostrum.
Yeah.
It's a bioactive peptides from colostrum.
That's
so
it.
It's the same, but it's completely different.
You're going to get much better results using Biograph.
They're both colostrum, but yeah, different sources of colostrum.
All right.
Yeah.
3 more questions. Nevos. Jai Fisher wants to know, hey fellas, big fan. I've noticed, and I'm sure that you have also, that a few of the popular fitness channels on YouTube have done videos specifically on this topic and is featured in many workout videos, which is consuming intra-workout carbs from sources such as jelly beans, Sour Patch Kids, and other lollies. I was just wondering if there would be anything wrong with this method, or is it a complete waste of time and no benefit from this? Cheers guys, love your work, stay massive.
I mean, they're using it for the glycogen, obviously.
Glucose is what it's going to yield. Whenever you're doing like lollies, sweet, like jelly beans in particular, Sour Patch Kids, any of those types of lollies, you're going to get glucose from them. That's why you're consuming them. The 2 issues with it is, I'm not a big fan of glucose or dextrose intra-workout because I think that it has your insulin going up and down, up and down, up and down, and can cause peaks and troughs and just make you train like shit. That's why I prefer carbs like carbolin that have a much more steady effect on insulin and blood sugar levels than glucose. The second thing is your body actually has to digest. So it's going to take a while from when you consume it to when it actually gets broken down in your digestive system and sent into the bloodstream, which is once again why I'm a big fan of using powdered form carbohydrate supplements intra-workout.
I just want to say another thing is value for money as well.
Yeah.
Is a tub of carbolin, for example, is like $2.50 per serve, like $100 for a 40 serve tub.
It's going to be more expensive consuming jelly beans.
Yeah, so I mean, you're having you're buying a bag of whatever they are. I mean, it depends on what you're getting. If you're getting home brand or whatever, but I think it's going to be cheaper as well in the long run. And as well, you don't have to sit there sitting there eating the whole time. Just get your shaker and drink it while you do your piece of blaze.
So it's less effective than things like carbolin, and it's more expensive.
It pissed me off.
Why would you do it?
It pissed me off so I can sit in there just eating, like having to stop and eat throughout the workout.
Emily David, what is the maximum amount of time you should allow between consuming your pre-workout meal and training? I usually train straight after work, but whilst at work, I can only eat during my lunch break, which is usually 3 hours or so before the end of my shift. And so I was wondering if this is too long a gap and if I would be better off eating again after work and then training later.
Personally, for me, like psychological, it's too long.
It's too long. 3 hours is too long. The fuel is gone.
Yeah.
I would definitely train later and eat before. I usually don't like to leave it. I eat pretty close to training. For me, it's usually within an hour.
Yeah, me too.
Like if I have to, because we train for like 2 hours.
Like for me.
So by the time you get to your post-workout shake, there's been like 3 hours.
Like
it's too fucking long. By the time, Emily, by the time you get to your post-workout, it's like 5 hours. That's
For me, like the absolute longest is like an hour and a half.
Yeah. Yeah. George Rayner wants to know, hey guys, have been having some Alka-Pure with my pre-workout for aided fats and mental clarity. Maybe aided fat metabolism and mental clarity. Cool, that's what we do as well. As you boys know, L-carnitine will have you shitting through the eye of a needle.
It doesn't.
No, I think you're talking about agmatine. What I've found though is this only happens sometimes, and my question is if you know of anything that you can eat that prevents this from happening. George, you confused as a motherfucker, man. Yeah. You talking about agmatine.
I think you said a few things there that don't really make sense.
Acetyl-L-carnitine does not make you shit through the eye of a needle. I think the reason why it's happening sometimes is the times it's happening, you're probably mixing it with a pre-workout that's got agmatine in there.
And also, acetyl-L-carnitine is an amino acid, so it's actually protein, it's not a fat.
Yeah.
So it increases, but yeah, so it's not fats, it increases your fat metabolization. Point A. Point B, yeah, you're probably mixing it. If you're mixing it with your like something such as MTS Clash, which has your agmatine in there, or anything really, Core Fury that has agmatine in there is. But that's the thing is that they don't have mega doses of it in there.
Yeah.
So I mean, you shouldn't really be feeling it. But I mean, if you're real worried about it and you are sensitive to agmatine, stay away from a pre-workout that contains agmatine. Stay away from MTS Machine Fuel that contains agmatine. Tyler
Cooper wants to know, hey fellas, I have a question about bench press. Would it be okay to switch out barbell bench for dumbbell bench? I feel a lot better and stronger when doing dumbbell as opposed to barbell. What are the pros and cons of both? Thanks guys, y'all make my week every week. Shout out from Kimberling City, Missouri. What's up, Tyler? Is it okay? Yes, it's okay. What are the pros and cons? Dumbbell, you actually get a fuller range of motion. I prefer dumbbell to barbell. I'm not a big fan of barbell anything.
A lot of people say that you don't actually activate or you don't actually build that much muscle on barbell bench.
Yeah. It's more delt.
Yeah.
Because your arms are fixed in that position, so it's not a natural. The natural movement. I'm just going to sit back here. The natural movement when you're pressing is to press up and come in, right? That's the natural movement of the pec, is to push and bring your arm across. When you're in the barbell position, you can't bring it across, so you're just pushing almost up and out. So it's going to activate a lot more delt than it is chest. I much prefer dumbbell. Thoughts?
I prefer both.
You can't prefer both, mate. You have to pick one over the other.
I like both.
You like both, but which one do you prefer? If you could only... Here's a hypothetical.
Tits or ass? Tits or ass? No. Which one do you like best?
Ass.
Really?
Yeah, 100%. I think you would agree as well.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, if you had to pick one, if you could only do one for the rest of your training career, would it be dumbbell or barbell?
It'd be dumbbell.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Last question.
But what's that saying? You're only as strong as your weakest link?
What does that mean?
You're only as strong as your weakest link.
Bunny Ong! Last question.
I think that you need to get better at your weaknesses. So I'd keep doing barbell bench though. Maybe put it second in your exercise.
Bunny Ong wants to know, Nevos, is strength something that can be trained up, or is an individual strength bound by his build and structure? As the story goes, Joe isn't strong, even though he really is, and you're the one who's a strong motherfucker. Are you just structurally advantaged, or did you train up your strength?
Anyone can be strong, man. It's about the way that you train.
Yeah.
Joe doesn't train for strength training.
Never
Joe
have.
doesn't care how strong he is. Joe
Couldn't give a f. I can't tell you what most of my lifts are, Barney, and honestly, I couldn't give two shits.
Yeah. So Joe is strong, yes, but Joe isn't as strong as he could be because he doesn't train for strength.
Correct.
If you train in a structured
strength training program. If we did like the 5-3-1 or some shit,
yeah, so
with the accessory movements and shit.
Like, I mean, I could put Joe on a program tomorrow to increase his sets, like each week, progressive overload, increasing the amount of reps he's doing, or the percentage, increasing the percentage of his max 1RM each week, building up to week 11, hitting his 1 rep max for 2 to 3 reps. Which will then give him, then retesting, then resetting from there, and then replanning his numbers. Yeah. That way he's always going to keep getting stronger because he's always progressing in his either A, number of reps, or B, weight he's pushing in that workout. Yep. So that's what I personally train, is I'm always training to be hitting another rep or more weight. Yeah. I'm not, Joe will go in, like that's just the way me and Joe train. Yeah. Joe will go in and hit 4 sets of 8 at 100 kilos. Yep. But I'll go in and I'll hit 3 sets of 5 at 80% or whatever. So it's just different training methods. Yeah. And on the contrary as well, Barney, you know, can somebody train to be aesthetic? Of course they can. You can train your weaker muscle groups more than you train your strong ones to bring up your proportions, to bring up your symmetry. You know, it comes down to how you train. It's the same thing. I mean, I'm unfit very unfit as anybody. I used to be very fit, but I'm sure if you gave me 6 months and I focus on it, I'd be very fit. Your training style ultimately is going to determine, you know, what physically how you progress, isn't it? Yeah. Good question, Barney. I like it. Nevos! Do you have anything else you'd like to add? Before I tell the viewers to hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, man. Stay up to date with all the latest editions of MassiveJoes Weekly WORD and all the other deliciousness in our YouTube channel. Where we're coming to and from, Neve. MassiveJoes.com.